A few years ago, I weighed around 250 pounds. My body felt constantly inflamed, my energy was gone, and even a single flight of stairs left me breathless. Fast forward a few months, and my life looked completely different. I didn't lose 80 pounds by obsessively counting calories or punishing myself with endless workouts. The real change began when I focused on one overlooked organ that quietly controls far more than most people realize: the liver. For more than 2 decades, I lived in a state of metabolic chaos. High blood pressure, insulin resistance, chronic inflammation, my body was waving red flags everywhere. I tried nearly every popular solution: structured diets, meal replacements, supplements, intense exercise routines, and even trendy detox programs. Some methods gave small, temporary improvements, but nothing truly lasted. The breakthrough came when I finally understood a simple, but powerful truth that no doctor had ever clearly explained to me: fat loss does not work properly when the liver is overloaded. Your liver is not just a filter. It's the command center for metabolism, hormone balance, and fat processing. When it's overwhelmed, fat burning slows down dramatically. Hormones fall out of sync. Insulin rises, paving the way for insulin resistance. Estrogen can accumulate, and stress hormones like cortisol stay elevated. In that state, the body shifts into protection mode, not fat loss mode. This isn't just theory. Research consistently shows a strong connection between fatty liver, insulin resistance, and metabolic disease. When liver detox pathways are impaired, toxins accumulate. Many of these toxins are known as obesogens, substances that actively promote fat storage. To protect vital organs, the body locks these toxins away in fat cells. As long as the liver is burdened, the body resists releasing fat. The encouraging part is that reversing this process doesn't require extreme cleanses or drastic lifestyle changes. I'm going to walk you through 5 practical strategies that help unload the liver and restore its ability to regulate fat burning naturally. These are realistic habits, not quick fixes. The first and most immediate strategy is surprisingly simple: stop eating late at night. Give your body at least 3 to 5 hours between your last meal and sleep. Most people think sleep is passive, but at night your body is incredibly active. The liver performs the majority of its repair and detox work while you're asleep. When you eat too close to bedtime, insulin remains elevated, digestion takes priority, and detoxification shuts down. When you stop eating earlier, bloating decreases, sleep quality improves, and fat burning begins almost immediately. The second strategy focuses on something most modern diets avoid: bitterness. Bitter foods, a powerful role in liver health. When you eat bitter-tasting foods, your liver is stimulated to produce bile, a substance essential for breaking down fats and eliminating waste. Think of bile as the liver's delivery system for detox and fat processing. Many people today have sluggish bile flow due to alcohol, medications, and highly processed carbohydrates. Thick, stagnant bile slows detoxification and interferes with fat metabolism. Bitter foods help thin this bile and activate the liver's primary detox phases. Some of the most effective bitter foods are simple and accessible. Leafy greens like arugula, vegetables such as artichokes, and citrus fruits like lemons and limes are excellent starting points. Adding lemon or lime juice to meals or drinking it in water before eating can gently stimulate bile flow. Herbs such as rosemary, thyme, and basil also support this process. Even their aroma can activate digestive signaling. Apple cider vinegar taken before heavier meals can further support digestion, while herbal teas like milk thistle and ginger have long been used to protect liver tissue. Even coffee, when sourced cleanly and consumed in moderation, has been shown to support liver enzymes and detox pathways. Within a week of consistently incorporating bitter foods, many people notice better digestion, increased energy, and reduced cravings. These are signs that the liver is becoming more efficient again. The third strategy acts as a powerful multiplier: heat exposure through sauna use. Sweating is sometimes called the third kidney because it allows the body to release certain toxins through the skin. Research shows that regular sauna sessions can improve insulin sensitivity, mimic moderate exercise, boost growth hormone, and enhance autophagy, the cellular cleanup process that removes damaged components and improves metabolic efficiency. Consistency matters more than intensity. Around 150 to 200 minutes per week, spread out over several sessions, is a solid target. Whether dry sauna, steam, or infrared, each option offers benefits. Over time, people often notice reduced inflammation, improved sleep, clearer skin, and accelerated fat loss. The goal isn't just sweating, it's removing what blocks the liver from doing its job. At this point, it's important to pause and address something crucial. If you've been struggling with stubborn belly fat, constant fatigue, or inflammation that doesn't respond to diet or exercise, this process can feel like a reset button. That's why I designed a structured 14-day plan focused on restoring metabolic function, calming inflammation, and reigniting fat burning without guesswork. The next liver-supporting strategy is boosting glutathione production. Glutathione is one of the body's most powerful antioxidants and a cornerstone of liver detoxification. Chronic stress, inflammation, and poor nutrition rapidly deplete glutathione levels. When glutathione is low, detox slows down. You can naturally increase glutathione by consuming glycine, rich foods like bone broth and collagen, sulfur, containing foods such as eggs, garlic, and onions, and by practicing short-term fasting. As glutathione levels rise, energy improves, inflammation decreases, and fat loss becomes easier. This is one reason extreme dieting often backfires. It increases stress and depletes protective antioxidants instead of restoring balance. The fifth and final strategy addresses an invisible but powerful toxin: chronic stress. Elevated cortisol doesn't just affect mood, it directly interferes with liver detoxification and promotes visceral fat accumulation, the dangerous fat surrounding vital organs. Visceral fat has a high density of cortisol receptors, which is why stress often shows up as stubborn abdominal fat. Lowering cortisol doesn't require perfection. Simple, repeatable habits make a difference. Spending time in nature, prioritizing sleep, and creating consistent routines help calm the nervous system. But the most overlooked tool is something I call vitamin G, gratitude. Genuine feelings of gratitude increase oxytocin, a hormone that naturally suppresses cortisol. When oxytocin rises, inflammation falls, metabolism improves, and liver function benefits. Practicing gratitude in the morning and before bed may sound simple, but its physiological effects are measurable. Lower stress hormones, improved mood, and better metabolic regulation all support fat loss indirectly but powerfully. At this stage, many people ask an important question: isn't detox just a buzzword? Don't the liver and kidneys already do this job? Decades ago, that argument held more weight. Environmental toxin exposure was significantly lower. Today, the air, water, food, cleaning products, and cosmetics we encounter daily place an unprecedented burden on detox organs. Over time, these systems can become overwhelmed, and detox pathways slow down. Supporting them isn't about forcing detox, it's about restoring flow. Another common concern is rapid weight loss. When achieved through extreme restriction or overtraining, it can indeed be harmful and unsustainable. The approach outlined here is different. Instead of forcing fat loss, it removes obstacles. Once interference is reduced, the body releases weight at a pace appropriate for each individual. Some lose 1 to 2 pounds per week, others may lose more initially. The key is adaptation, not stress. Alcohol is another frequent topic. Alcohol places a heavy burden on the liver and disrupts fat metabolism. If your goal is liver recovery, eliminating alcohol for at least a month can make a significant difference. If consumed at all, clear spirits without mixers are less damaging than beer or wine, which often contain inflammatory compounds and hormone-disrupting substances. Still, no alcohol is truly neutral. The biggest mistake people make when trying to detox is moving too aggressively without opening elimination pathways. When detox is forced while the gut, kidneys, and liver are congested, toxins can be reabsorbed. The strategies shared here are designed to gently open those pathways first. At this stage, many people ask an important question: isn't detox just a buzzword? Don't the liver and kidneys already do this job? Decades ago, that argument held more weight. Environmental toxin exposure was significantly lower. Today, the air, water, food, cleaning products, and cosmetics we encounter daily place an unprecedented burden on detox organs. Over time, these systems can become overwhelmed, and detox pathways slow down. Supporting them about forcing detox, it's about restoring flow. Another common concern is rapid weight loss. When achieved through extreme restriction or overtraining, it can indeed be harmful and unsustainable. The approach outlined here is different. Instead of forcing fat loss, it removes obstacles. Once interference is reduced, the body releases weight at a pace appropriate for each individual. Some lose 1 to 2 pounds per week, others may lose more initially. The key is adaptation, not stress. Alcohol is another frequent topic. Alcohol places a heavy burden on the liver and disrupts fat metabolism. If your goal is liver recovery, eliminating alcohol for at least a month can make a significant difference. If consumed at all, clear spirits without mixers are less damaging than beer or wine, which often contain inflammatory compounds and hormone-disrupting substances. Still, no alcohol is truly neutral. The biggest mistake people make when trying to detox is moving too aggressively without opening elimination pathways. When detox is forced while the gut, kidneys, and liver are congested, toxins can be reabsorbed. The strategies shared here are designed to gently open those pathways first. Part 50. The takeaway is simple but powerful. If fat loss feels impossible, it's not a failure of discipline, it's often a signal from the liver. When liver function improves, metabolism follows. This approach changed my life, and I've seen it transform countless others. If this message resonated with you, share it with someone who might need a new perspective. Sometimes the solution isn't doing more, it's removing what's in the way. Your body isn't broken, it's adaptive. When you create the right conditions, healing and fat loss happen naturally. Start with one change, stay consistent, and let your physiology do what it was designed to do.